A dream is a dream that your heart can make, but it can also be made by dream production.
Glitter.
And lots of glitter. I don't even know what to do with that last part. Whatever. Hi guys, welcome back to the Charming Analysis podcast. I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And today is a bit of an unexpected review, but we decided to review it anyway. Today we're going to be reviewing Dream Productions. It's a 4-part Inside Out 2 kind of like mid-quill. Mini-series mid-quill, right, honey?
Yeah.
So, do you want me to explain what it's about, or would you like to?
Okay.
So basically, Dream Productions is how Riley ends up dreaming in the Inside Out universe. It takes place between the first movie and the second movie, and it's basically her being a preteen and about who makes the dreams in Riley's mind and how they help her either escape from reality or basically help her rehearse for the next day, in a sense. So, Jay actually watched this yesterday and told me that he really wanted to review it, so I decided to watch with him today, and that's what we're going to be reviewing.
Yep.
So, but like I said before, this is technically a mid-quill mini-series kind of thing, because this basically takes place between the first movie and the second. I've only seen the first movie. I need to see the second one. Same with Jay. But I'm going to let Jay take it away and explain his thoughts on it. So, what did you think about it, honey?
I mean, as someone who's okay on the first one, we haven't seen the second one.
As of recording this. But we will see it.
I thought it was pretty cute. I guess the handheld thing isn't like the handheld camera movements and animation isn't that big of a deal anymore. Like, to me, it's been done already, like, for the past, like, 5 years now. So it's not like, it's not it's just the, a plot with, device and stuff like that. But it is, appreciated in some aspects.
Definitely in this one.
I thought it was very cute. I like that they didn't really use much of the original cast to, like, I guess,
tell the story.
Yeah.
They decided to add some new people, which is a good thing. Because, in my personal opinion, I feel like the Inside Out universe is so underrated, it's not even funny. Like, in my opinion, it's so underrated. There's a lot you could do with it, and I'm sad that we haven't had much content till now. I'm glad we're finally getting more content for this franchise, because the first movie came out, like, 2005, 2006. Like, a long time ago. And now that we're finally getting, like, well, we got the sequel, and then we got this. So, I'm happy we're finally expanding on this universe, because I personally like the Inside Out universe, and I'm sad we haven't gotten much content until now. But I'm happy we're finally getting some more content on this underrated, like, franchise. Do you agree? He's, like, nodding. If you guys are wondering, he's nodding yes.
Yeah.
Since you guys can't really see it. But yeah, like, this is a really good, like, introduction, I guess, to the second movie. I don't know if this technically goes with the second movie or not, because we haven't seen it.
I don't think it does.
But it's technically...
If something is released after a movie production,
it normally takes place before, or something. Is that what it is?
Like, if it's from the quote-unquote, from the world of blank, like, normally you don't
have a connection.
Have to do anything like that. I don't know. To me, it didn't read that way.
Which I can understand, because I know the second movie has more characters, so that I know for certain. Because all I know from seeing clips from the movie, I haven't seen the full movie, we do get, like, 5 more new characters added to the main cast. But I don't know much other than that. But basically the first movie takes place in her adolescence. This series takes place in her preteens becoming a teenager, because I'm pretty sure the second movie takes place when she's already a teen.
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically between like adolescence, preteen, and like normal teen kind of thing. So let's just say preteen just to kind of be like more simple with it.
Yeah.
But I really liked this. I feel like this was a good chance to see more of this universe, and we get to see Riley more as a character. Like, the first movie we mainly got to see her emotions kind of in check, but this we actually get to see a little bit more about her, which, if you're doing a series about the stuff in the character's head, what better to do it than explore the actual character that you're exploring in their head about? And I liked that aspect of it. I'm glad we got to see Riley more as like herself than just the emotions within her head. We get to see more about her, which I think is a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what were some of your favorite things about this? Because to me, I actually really liked Paula's character development, honestly, and I liked Vinny. He was actually not boring. I thought he was going to be a bit more of a downer than he was, but he turned around pretty quick.
You mean Zenny?
Zenny, that's what I said. Why did I not say his
You
name?
said Venny.
Whatever, Zenny. Anyway, what were some of your favorite moments about this series, this little mini series?
Um, I like the voice acting. I think the voice acting is very good.
Definitely.
I haven't been too like immersed in the like the style of what they like, how it's designed, like the Inside Out, I guess, like movies and stuff like that. I don't really care for that, like, very simplified, like
Openness.
light design to it that they've had. It's just not my thing. Like, really, like, I think it was one of those things to where like Pixar, the Pixar realism with the cartoon aspect just doesn't like really work for me. But
Do you feel like it works in this?
no, I'm not really into that type of design, really. It's just a pet peeve of mine, though.
Which I can understand. Not everyone likes that aspect, so I get that.
I thought it was like, I thought it was like funny at some points, but not something that like, I guess like humor wise, I'm gonna really remember. I thought it was like a nice little show, and I guess that's why I liked it so much is that it was short. It didn't draw it out. It didn't draw out a lot of things, I would say.
Which is definitely a plus to this, because it's only 4
definitely
episodes.
a Disney Plus show. It's cute. It's a little bit it's a little bit, I guess, dramatic.
But they're doing the right amount of it.
But it's the right amount of it, but I don't know how much of it is actually like gonna be remembered as being great content. I don't know. Normally I don't really care about putting studios over each other now because everybody has different creative freedoms when it comes to their own direction and stuff like that.
And also because literally everyone has a streaming platform now, so they kind of have to be a little bit different while still kind of like having the same general vibe to it.
But it's still Disney in a way,
Yeah.
Even if like, I guess even if Disney like sucks, they still make money.
Yeah, but
there's ratings, I guess now.
They still make some good stuff. You just kind of got to look for it. Like this, I feel like is one of the better Disney Plus things I think I've seen. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like at least Disney Plus originals. This is probably one of the better ones. I
really like the Baymax spinoff, but I wouldn't consider that to be
the best,
the highest art. In terms of their mainstream stuff.
But still, I think it's good at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause literally when I was like at work yesterday, you were constantly telling me, "Oh, this is really good, but they need to bring back the Baymax stuff."
It's good. I wish they would bring back the Baymax stuff. I think you could tell more with like a story that's not involved inside one character's head.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem for me.
With
I think
the series.
like basing on it on one character's like head and stuff like that is like I would be more interesting if we got to see it from the outsider's perspective.
And like
no, just the outsider perspective.
Oh, like
I don't
other
care
characters.
about it being one character. I care about it being like an outside perspective that's just doing like the emotions like in a literal term. Because I don't think emotions work that way, and I don't think even if it did, I don't think it's interesting as a story as like
other franchises do.
I don't think it's interesting of a concept.
Yeah. But I'm more for like this. I'm more for like the psychology kind of thing, like what's going on in people's heads.
Sure.
So that's why I kind of more like this series because you kind of get to see like kind of what they're thinking in a sense, and that's something I personally like because I like to think about like different things and stuff. So that's kind of why I'm drawn to the series in particular. But I do like that we actually get to see someone that isn't just the main emotions inside Riley's head. We get to actually see the people that are behind, like, you know, her dreams and stuff like that, which is, it's different. And it's a nice different to where you're still exploring the universe, but not with the same characters. Even though you do get glimpses of them, like, off and on throughout the story. But it's not, like, overly focused on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Who was your favorite character in this? Because to me, you seem like you like Zenny like the best.
I like Zenny. I guess because he's just I guess because he was just the fun like character that like I don't know was just playing it up. I guess it helps because you got Richard. I don't know what's the fucking last name. I guess you help because you got him involved in it, and he does some really good voice work.
He does.
I don't know. Where do you think he was from? I'm like, he's like, yeah, I recognize that voice, but
I can't think of it at the moment. But like, I know I've heard his voice before. I just can't put my finger on it right
you
now.
did, and like, you will be like, oh, obvious.
What was it?
He was in The Bad Guys.
Oh shit! He was the fucking hamster.
Yes.
I forgot. Fuck. I forgot.
Yeah.
Now I know why he sounded familiar.
Yeah, he has a very distinct voice.
I had to think for a second because I couldn't remember.
I think he's good at playing very sassy or like villainous characters.
He really is. Like Zenny's not really a villain, but he's kind of more like
he's just a little bit like
he's sassy.
He's a little sassy. He's a little sassy man. A little bit. I don't know, and he wasn't annoying, so that's
good thing. Because when you see characters like Zenny, you kind of think, oh, he's going to be annoying for like most of it, but he really wasn't, which was, I think, a nice breath of fresh air for like his character archetype. Like he actually did very well character-wise, in my opinion. And he's not even my favorite character out of this, but he was interesting to watch, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I had to pick, honestly, I liked Paula. Not gonna lie. I liked Paula. I liked the fucking unicorn, but you know I like the unicorn. And I like Riley more as a character now. I'm glad we actually got to see a little bit more of her personality outside her head.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I feel like we need to see more of. And I understand it's supposed to be about, you know, how the emotions work and stuff like that, but we should be able to get to see Riley outside of that, because how are you supposed to know the character that they're in without knowing the character that they're in?
I find more of the interesting the scenes when I go back to see Inside Out, like about the actual scenes that are just taking place in the real world, and just, you know,
seeing like how they like operate and stuff.
I like seeing character animation emote. I don't care about seeing the process.
I get that.
But yeah, it's a me.
Also, her teenage self-design actually looks pretty nice, though. Like, the one that they did in her head. I thought that was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
The teal actually brings a lot more color to her, which I like.
The teal.
I liked the teal in her hair. I thought it was pretty. But
Mhm.
I guess it. And I hear sirens in the background. I had to think of what that was for a second.
Yeah.
But I guess, would you be opposed to this miniseries getting more episodes, or would you rather it stay the 4? Because supposedly it said season 1, so I don't know if they're gonna make more.
Maybe they'll make more. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. It's just, um,
You don't want it to be overdone,
yeah. I
which I
mean,
can understand.
the more I recognize now, the more a franchise goes on and the more entries I have to check out, it just gets kind of a little bit tiring.
Which I can understand
And
in some aspects.
unless they do new interesting things with it, then I normally don't stick around for long-term franchises.
I think it depends for me. Like, it depends on what they're
Or
doing.
like one will be a lot better than the other one and have a lot more
Moments to it.
memorable rewatchability to it. So,
Which I can understand in some aspects.
God damn that.
What is that?
Oh, Santa's coming through. Santa's coming to
Oh my
town.
gosh, let me see that.
Santa's coming to town.
I think it is. I can't tell from here. He's like right at the corner.
Ah!
I can't even tell.
That's funny.
Sorry about that. I had to figure out what that was because I'm like, I could hear it like in the distance and I wanted to figure out if it was going to be able to be picked up, which I hope it didn't.
It's probably will.
But it's fine.
We live near a highway, so
Yeah, we live like in the middle of like our town, so we constantly hear like all the fucking sirens, which I don't mind personally, but I know some people kind of get annoyed with it, but I like it though. It kind of brings more life into like where you're at, in a sense. Anyway, because I would like to see more entries in this little mini series, even if it's just like a few, like another 4-part mini series, like after the second, like that takes place after the second movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't have to be like a lot, because I feel like honestly the 4 episodes were pretty good, just as the 4, personally. Because like sometimes with some series you kind of want to have more, but like I feel like this is one of those circumstances where I feel like they did as much as they could without pushing it. I am curious to see what else they do with it if they do more, but as of right now, I do feel like it's good the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
But we are going to see the first and second movie, well, the first one again, and then watch the second movie and review it for you guys. I don't know when we're going to do that. Sometime next year, we are going to be doing that. But yeah, anyway, you want to give our rating, or do you have anything else to say?
I give it.
What do you give it out of 10? Well,
I give it a 5 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you would have given it a little higher, but okay. So why do you give it a 5 out of 10?
I liked watching it as background noise.
Besides that.
But that's about it.
Okay.
Look, if you're gonna give me like a 6, if you're gonna give me a higher than a 6 out of 10, like
you gotta really wow you.
I guess.
Which
there's a lot of things that wow me or I consider good, like movies and stuff like that. Okay.
I get it. I'm just, curious. Anyway, I'm gonna probably give this. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's good. I'm just happy we finally get more with this franchise, like I said before. I would still like to see more from it because we really just had like 2 movies, but they've been like so far apart that we barely had content for that. So I like that we're finally getting some more content for this franchise. Well, I consider it a franchise even though it's just 2 movies and a miniseries, but because of like the long gap between content and stuff, because I think they had like maybe a few shorts here and there, but like nothing really much. I might have to look into that. I know they had at least 2 shorts. I just don't know if that's really the only ones. But I feel like for what we got, this was good. And I would totally watch this again, would you? Not really?
No. I just want to show you things.
And just see my reactions and stuff?
Yeah.
Same here. But yeah, I think it's pretty solid. I would totally recommend this if you're into the Inside Out series, because I had a kick out of this. This was honestly really funny. Like, in general. It could have used a few more laughs, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rambling again. I do that too much. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and as always, I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out. Bye, guys!